Alright, well, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I am going to do a quick walkthrough of my current camp, for lack of a better term, in Fallout 76. Give me a moment while I load it up. It's in a rather precarious location, so I basically live in power armor, so I don't fall off a cliff and die. You'll see why once I get loaded in. Assuming I get loaded in. This is kind of slow today. Alright, well, that's exactly what I expected to happen. So, before I get started, down there is Monongah Power Plant. This is Seneca Rocks. That's the power plant. This is where my camp is. Now, the icon for Seneca Rocks isn't exactly where my camp is. Seneca Rocks will usually land you down on the road by these train tracks if you try to go to that fast travel marker. My camp is actually at the tallest peak in the playable area of the map. And the game spawned me under it, as usual. So, do a quick fast travel. And it popped me out inside of it for a change. Alright, well, you'll get a little sneak peek at the inside. So like I said, this is why I wear power armor all the time when I'm here. So you may guess by looking at what I just walked through that this is not your usual build. You're right, it's not. It took me a week of messing around to get it to actually work the way I wanted it to. Give you some pointers where I'm at. So, Seneca Rocks Visitor Center. That's it down there. The Atlas Observatory is on the opposite side of this, which is my camp. That's the top of the world. I'd say that's now the top of the world. Alright, so here we are. It's hard to get up here. The marsupial mutation is kind of a requirement. That bridge is what I was talking about the Seneca Rocks spawn point. You actually spawn on that road down there where my cross or targeting dot is. Not up here where this is. So, we will do a quick walkthrough of my build. To do this, I actually started building on the level where you can see the garage door. Then I build up and down. So, here we go. I'm actually going to hop out of my power armor and hope the game doesn't crash while we do this. As you may know, I am the author of Onyx Nightshade's Settlements in Fallout 4. This character I've made Onyx Nightshade in Fallout 76. So, the new Onyx. So I was just over on that little spit of rock there. And when I first got to this location, I jumped up this cliff face to get here. I finally found a good use for the lion statues, which I've never used in any other build that I've done. You'll notice quite a few items from the the item shop. So I follow my stairs up to technically the ground level. I like how the astroturf and the atomic bushes go together. So first thing you run into is my decon arch. There's a weird bug in the game where it's always green, even when it's not green, with the switches. So once you turn it on and off and on, something like that. When you turn it off again, it actually goes red like it's supposed to be. The second switch controls the red rocket door, another Atom Shop item. You've already seen a little bit of the inside from me walking through, but I have a couple outside stashes for visitors, power armor station, fairly simple. Fusion reactor is running the whole show. Another stash just inside. Some posters, another tool chest inside. This door will actually take you out. You'll notice the camp's really narrow on the bottom floor. It'll take you outside, and I'm not sure if many people have seen this before, but there is a little scene up here at the top of the rocks with Astro Panda written on the rocks. There's a Jangles the Moon Monkey, a Chinese panda, and there's a wedding ring hidden in here too, which is wearable. Just grab that. Of course, I am a chameleon, so my Pip-Boy is all wonky. And there's the wedding ring. Now I have two of them. They spawn in every other day or so. Anyway, just a little point of interest that there is something weird up here. From the other side, there's no fancy stairs or anything, but I tried to make it look like it was supported so it wasn't just floating in space. Building over these rocks was a challenge. I originally started building with the rocks inside of the building, kind of like an internal rock garden, but it didn't work out, so I started over. We'll go back inside. Myself out of the rocks. As you can see, I jump really high because I have the marsupial mutation on. Couple more stashes. My actual camp. Little jail cell for unwelcome visitors. I haven't put a lock on the door yet. I will eventually. And then I built this tower of wire mesh stairs. So we'll start at the main crafting floor. So obviously we have several stashes and all of the crafting benches you can need other than the power armor station and cooking stove. Power armor station is outside by the garage door. I thought putting in all the red rocket posters in this level fit, so I did. A couple stashes kicking around if you need them to get parts out of while you're crafting. I would really like to be able to decorate these shelves better. There's a couple things I could do, like putting crates or toolboxes or whatever, which I may do if I ever get any more build budget. I am currently maxed. Yeah, I don't have any new budget today. Haven't figured out how that works yet, still working on it. Go up to the next level, we have the exploding ammo poster. A narrow hallway opening up into the kitchen space. Kitchen table, and over here is the living room area. A little balcony overhanging it from the next level up. Kinda cozy. Yeah, I have smoke inside my house. Not much I can do about that. First door is the bathroom. So we have a little vanity with a mirror, bathtub, and of course the porta potty. And the next area is the bedroom. The Lone Wanderer poster on the wall. Fish lamp. Actually like this bed, and the dressers go with it very nicely. Another fireplace on this side with the smoke hazard. A fairly cozy little room. A couple instruments over by the TV for entertainment. This fancy chandelier off the Atom store as well. Up again. A few more decorations. My little office space and sitting space. The balcony, rocking chair with a spinning wheel. Look down into the actual living area. Yep, there's another level. So up we go. So this is basically just an entrance onto the roof. So we go down the roof, we have a barbecue with a few seats. Patio table, another barbecue in case we need one. A little cozy corner for just admiring the view. So Seneca Rocks is actually 2 peaks. I'm on the tallest one. There's another one right over here. A friend of mine actually built their camp there once or twice. In the background, that's the observatory, which is the original way I came up is from that side. It's actually easier from that direction. Again, the power plant. Give you a little bit of a view of the landmarks around the area. So right about there where the targeting dot is basically where you spawn in. Usually if you go to the Seneca Rocks spawn point or fast travel point. Way over there where that smoking cloud is surprisingly enough where the prime fissure site is, which has been nuked. So I can actually see the nuke from my camp. Way up here. I'm up here. The blast is down there. I also get a really good view of when they nuke White Springs or pretty much anything. That's the top of the world, and you can sort of see the roofs of the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort over here, which is usually crawling with either super mutants or mole miners or scorched, or some combination of the 3 of those. As mentioned before, over here is the Monongah power station. Come on, up you go. Our soup is being stubborn today. So that's the Seneca Rocks Visitor Center down there. Monongah Power Station. And you have several other landmarks around. So the town of Monongah, the power plant. I think you can sort of see Bowling Greens from here, but it's covered in fog right now. And that's basically the tour. Hope you guys liked it. I really liked this build, and it was a challenge to actually create, for obvious reasons. And you can actually see it from quite a distance. Before I sign off this video, I will actually jump to the Seneca Rocks fast travel point, show you what I mean. Well, as soon as I put my power armor back on, because, you know, that's a thing. I have my excavator power armor souped up with calibrated shocks, among other things for extra carry weight, so wearing this thing I can carry 200 extra pounds of stuff. Kind of a requirement when you're doing crazy builds like this. We'll try that fast travel one more time. Really? So why am I... Anyway, I am way over encumbered, so instead of fast traveling, I'll just jump, which is kind of fun in its own right. So anybody who has vertigo may want to shut their eyes for a second. Bonsai. It's quite the jump, right? So way up there is my camp, perched on the rocks. And as mentioned, 2 peaks, the shorter one and then the tallest one. Of course, I would have a red storm rolling in, so the view's not so great. We got quite a bit of flickering in the distance, but that's what it looks like from way down here. If you fast travel to Seneca Rocks, you end up way down here by this bridge. Not the train bridge, mind you, down on the road. So you usually end up right about here-ish, maybe a little bit further down. So if you fast travel to this location and look up and see that, you've found my camp. Now, because I'm over encumbered, I'm going to have a fun time getting back up there, so I'm going to do a quick walk around. Please bear with me. And I'll give you a view from a different angle, which I actually think looks way better than that. That's kind of janky because I couldn't clip any more foundations under the foundations. Surprisingly enough, I've had quite a few visitors up there. People with power armor with jetpacks or with the marsupial mutation. They've spotted my camp and jumped all the way up the mountain just to see it. And that's why it kind of stands out. It's not a marked location, it's just this random building stuck on the top of a rock. Anyway, I like it, that's the show, and if you like it as well, leave some comments below. Thanks so much for watching.